If you remember the last episode, episode 4 of Junkyard Jeep, we took the green turd out to Florence Junction, Arizona, wheeled this thing hard all day, had the time of our life, got off the trail, and everything was cool, and then all of a sudden, kabam! Transmission exploded. So now, the aftermath. We definitely are not putting another T15 in this hot rod. So, the T18 swap begins. We're also going to adapt a Chevy V8 to a Ford T18 without an adapter. Here we go. Alright, our dilapidated, broken in half T15 is out of here for the rest of our lives. We're going to get this floor pan out of here, get this bell housing out. Tomorrow we go pick up our T15. We're going to round up all these bolts and start putting the sorry turd back together. Alright, let's get after it. Oh boy, okay. Let me explain to you the insanity of Jeep life. So, broke this 3-speed. So then we sold this 3-speed. Bought this 4-speed. So now I gotta take this 3-speed and this transfer case, put it in this trunk, bolt it together in the trunk because it's too heavy to pick up off the ground together, send it to Phoenix, ship it, come back, and immediately start working on this 4-speed, put it in the green turd. Alright, let's get cracking on this. This is the price you have to pay for running a 3-speed with a Chevy V8. Alright, well, the broken 3-speed saga, adventure extravaganza, continues. So, recap. We broke this. You see that? We broke this. So, we broke it, and then we sold it. So we sold this, and we sold that Dana 20 transfer case. I gotta drive all the way to Phoenix, 100 miles from here, just to ship the thing, to go halfway across the country. At least that broken mess will be out of my driveway and out of my life forever. Then we bought this. No, we did not buy this Toyota. I already bought this. And I'll probably end up buying another one a couple years from now when this one dies. Alright. We bought this. So, this is our completely rebuilt Ford T18. It's got our Dana 20 adapter plate on it. And we got this little jewel. This is a Scout Dana 20 transfer case. The yokes are different. The shafts are thicker on the inside. The case is a little bit thicker. The shifter is definitely different. It's got this weird shifter here. Scout shifter. And what we're going to have to do, since this is a Ford T18, it's not going to bolt to a Chevy bell housing. We're going to fix that. I bought an Advanced Adapters, or Novak Adapters, input cover, bearing retainer, that adapts the Chevy bell housing to this tranny, and the Chevy throwout bearing to this tranny. So that's taken care of. This funky thing, you drill a hole here, the Chevy bell housing hole's right here. So we'll drill that, and the other Chevy bell housing bolt hole's right here. I'm going to have to run a flat head something and have, no, you can't have a head here because the bell housing goes against it. So we're going to have a flat countersunk bolt there, and that will, and then we wallowed out this hole here. So that will take care of all that, to bolt it to the Chevy. So I got all this, and pretty much the broken T15 will pay for it. So the next order of business is to get that out of my car. Ugh, I'm gonna have the wife help me. Always have your wife unload parts that you shouldn't have bought out of your car. So here's T15 Input Shaft. This is probably one of the last in the whole world that exist. You cannot find these. You have to make them now. There's a way you can make these with a Wagoneer input shaft, which is like 8 feet long. But you can actually make a Cj5 input shaft from that by cutting it and rewelding it. Counter cluster gear, so that goes with that. Got extra yoke. So let me see here. Alright. Special shout out to Sony lithium ion battery for dying in the middle of my shoot. Thank you much for that. So here's the shaft. This goes with the transmission. So here's the Chevy throwout bearing. So the advanced adapters input shaft that I ordered doesn't fit over the scooter. See, we gotta adapt it to the scooter. So we can run a Chevy V8 in the scooter. Okay, so as you see, it doesn't fit. So the new one from a Novak is 60,000 smaller, so this will slide over. All that nonsense. Okay, so then the plot thickens. I have to run this aluminum bell housing because I gotta have this bolt hole here for my clutch.
Oh, you didn't do it?
So if I had the cast iron bell housing, cast iron Chevy bell housing, this hole actually would have been bigger and it would have fit. So let's flip this over. So this is where it gets interesting. So the T18 bolt pattern almost fits this. So you wallow out the ears on the tranny, and these will actually bolt in. And that's why that one metal bar is there. I think the metal bar hits, can't remember, is it this one? Or this one? I can't remember. But that metal bar, you drill a hole and it hits either one of these, and then these two will bolt in. So yeah, this is going to be a fun swap. Let's take a closer look at this setup here. So this goes here, and as you can see, the bearing retainer is too big for the hole. So we're getting a smaller one from Advanced Adapters, and on the back, that hole lines up. Let's see what we got to do here. That hole lines up, and I think we just drill a hole there. No, you don't. Drill a hole there for that hole. And then over here, we have that bar. And yeah, so we drill a hole in that metal bar right about here, and that meets up with the other hole. Okay, let's see how this goes. Alrighty. This right here, this cube is going to make or break this project. So there was a hang-up with Novak. I ordered this. It never got sent. I had to figure out what happened, and 4 or 5 days later it never came. I called them. They said they don't know what happened, and they forgot about it or whatever. So they overnighted it immediately, which was awesome. I did lose 2 days of working on it, but whatever. It's better than not getting the part at all. So they don't even have these in stock.
They have to make these, which is pretty cool. $70 is not a bad deal. You get an input cover. They send you a complete input cover, but they machine it to what you want, and they ship it to you for $70. So that's a pretty good deal. And that's better than going to a machine shop and waiting 6 months to get it back, and they're probably going to pay more. It's such a small job, they probably just put it to the side. I don't know. But for $70, you can't beat it. But the next thing is we don't know if it's going to fit or not. We want to make sure that this input shaft fit through that hole and through the throw bearing, which is over there. We'll get that in a second. So let's open this turd, see what we got. Alright, cut this. And we won't tell the missus that we're using her Fabware cookie knife. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh, what do we got here? We got oil seals. We're going to need those. We got Allen wrench head type bolts. Some washers. There's a cat messing with my garage door. It's in here somewhere. Good God. Yep, that definitely looks thinner. It looks like it's... Oh good, they even cut it shorter too, as you can see. They shortened it too. I think this is going to work pretty good. Okay, here's a moment of truth. There's the cat making all that racket. You done destroying the garage? Meathead. Alright, here goes. Oh, look at that. And that is a perfect fit. That's what we need. So this is a Ford input shaft cover, cut down to fit Chevy V8 small hole passenger car bell housing. Now, did they cut this right? We got to get our... Man, that is a perfect fit, man. Alright, ready? Alright, make it or break it. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Kaboom. Dude, we are in business. Oh man, that is absolutely perfect. Oh man, dude, I'm so pumped. We are so gonna put this thing together. Now what we gotta do is hit our back on the garage door. Now what we gotta do, as I hit my back on the garage door, simultaneously turning the camera off. I've never done those two things before at the same time, so that was pretty cool. I have to drill a hole here, and that hole is for this dude. That dude gonna go, yeah. Okay, and then this dude, right there, that dude goes here. I'm gonna have to use a flathead bolt that's even with the surface, of course, so the bell housing can go flat, so that's no big deal. I'll just go to Ace Hardware and get a, what do you call it? An Allen wrench head bolt or whatever, and just Loctite it, that'll be fine. And then this dude, see how we wallered these out here? Those are gonna line up with these dudes. The only thing I'm concerned about is there not being enough meat on here to drill through. I'm worried that the hole, when drilled, is going to make this really thin in here once we punch it through. We'll see. Because it doesn't stick out like this one does. It only sticks out a little bit, so that's going to be really thin in there. I may have to build this up with a weld or something to make it a little more strong so it won't, because it could split. If it's really thin in here and you put a bolt through it, it'll probably split. But that's a minor problem. We can fix that. And, yeah. So, if you have a Jeep and you have too much power under the hood for what you're running and you blow up your transmission, look on Craigslist. You only have to spend a couple of $100 to find a really beefy 4-speed to fit in your Jeep. In the past couple of years, I have found 2 T18s with the Dana 20 adapter on it on my local Craigslist for $500 or under bucks. Both of the ones I found for $500 came with a really good transfer case. Now this one has been completely rebuilt and never ran. We decided to go with the Chrysler 727. So, to put in their Scout. So, this has never been ran. Neither has the transfer case. This is a Scout Dana 20 here. Ugh. Never been ran. Ow. Thanks for hitting me, garage door. Can't wait to do it soon. So this is our rebuilt Scout Dana 20. And, it's very similar to the Jeep Dana 20, except this is all different right here. But I think I can make this work. So, yeah, this is all going to go together. Alright. Got some bearing grease in there. So when it slides over, it won't hurt the rubber seal. Get the sucker on here ever so carefully. Boom. Now this did come with these dudes, which means I'm going to go get a stupid Allen wrench. Still beating it in. Now we got to drill this hole. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. I need to get this up on a stand or something. Some logs. I need to go get some logs from my goat pen. I need to get this transmission up so I can get this bell housing on it. I think it's gonna fit. Get a rock or something. Right. Let's see. What we need to do here. Tight fit. Oh, I see what's going on. These washers. Gotcha. Washers are hitting the bell housing. Think enough to do. You know what? I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to use these washers. They are hitting the bell housing. Interesting. They stick out. Yep, these washers stick out past the bell housing. So, let me see. Maybe I'll go in if I loosen them and then tighten them. Let me see. Let's see. Nope, getting the washers for sure. I mean, I could cut the washers with the Dremel, but I think maybe I'll use these. I think I'm just gonna use these. The bolt, I'm gonna use the bolts. The lock tape's already sticking. Damn it. That sucks. Whatever. Let's see. Alright. Well, still hitting the bolts. So, we are going to Dremel this turd. Where's my Dremel? I'm going to Dremel here, 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 here. Stupid bolts. But, gotta get my Dremel. Okay.
Oh man, what time is it?
I think I need to reseal that. So let's see, we are hitting, I think we're hitting there. There we go. Hole there, hole Alright, let's get some bolts in this. And then we got to drill our hole for here and drill our hole for there. Alright. So, we took our punch. We had the bell housing on here. We hit there. And there. So we're going to drill those holes out. I was kind of worried because we have to drill some big ass holes, but there's a lot of metal here. So I think we'll have at least a ½ inch of metal here. I don't think that's gonna crack. I mean, that's really thick, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. Alright, so we're gonna get drilling and then we're gonna leak test this input. I'm gonna fill this with oil and push it forward and see how this seals. Okay, so right now we're doing a leak test. I have this thing full to the brim with trans fluid. No leaks. Checking the input cover. I held this thing straight up and down for a couple minutes. Nothing leaked. I think we're going to be alright. I gotta go get a drill. So that drill won't take a big enough drill bit for what I need. I need a drill bit. No, not that. Where is it? So I need a drill bit, or a drill that will take this size bit. And whatever it is, 3, it's so rusted I can't even tell. It's a 360, I can't tell. It's so rusted I can't read it, but I need to get a decent drill that probably has a chuck, because these are the hole sizes I need. Whoever had this before me went way overboard with these holes. These holes only need to have been about this big. But this one's done. I just got to do this one. I did this one by hand. I used a pair of vice grips and just twisted this till it was big enough. And that took a little bit longer than my liking, so I'm just going to break down and buy another cheap, crappy Harbor Freight drill. And I think that hole's right there. Boom. That's going to go there. But no leaks. We are slowly getting there. The green turd is not dead yet. We still got a ways to go on this thing. Alright guys, we are halfway through our T18 swap here. So here's what we're doing. We've got a Ford T18. It has the Ford T18 to Dana 20 main adapter kit, but we only have the main shaft from the adapter kit. We don't have the aluminum plate that comes with it. So we have a factory Jeep T18 adapter kit that's cast iron, and we're going to try and mate that to the Ford T18, the back of the Ford T18. The surfaces don't match, and a bunch of extra holes had to be drilled in the back of the T18 to match the Jeep T18 adapter. So we're going to see if this seals and bolts up and it all works out. It's two different surfaces, so I don't know if the adapter kit's even going to be flat, let alone seal. This is undiscovered territory. I don't know if this has ever been done before, but we're going to do it. But the Chevy bell housing is a direct bolt to the T18, to the front of the Ford T18. If you just wallow out the holes and put the metal plate in where it is in the video, there's two different bell housings. There's the big hole Chevy V8 bell housing and the small hole. The cast iron one is the small one, and the aluminum bell housing is the big hole. So, but anyway, so that's where we're at, bolting this hunk of nonsense together. So we'll see you on part 2 of this extravaganza. Stuffing is about to pass out. Tiny is not far behind. And me, I still have a whole heap load of work to do on this thing. We'll see you on the next one. Part 2 of T18 swap.